Now it's time to put the angle iron up, and here we go, measuring it up. We pre-cut some, but they're just a little too long. We're gonna have to trim them down. Yeah, you can see Grandpa over here to the right. He's when we were riveting, every once in a while, actually on some of them quite often, the the rivet, the rod that goes through the middle of it, would break off, so there'd be some of it still in it. So basically, he's just popping those, he's just grinding those down. And then you got the Alora nerd over here to the left. She's some of our metal got a little rusty, so she's cleaning it up. And then there's my beautiful wife. Yep, we are putting in the angle iron there. She's going to weld it in place once we get it set to the where we want it. Yep, there she goes. And then Grandpa right in front of us. Yeah, he is drilling. We did a hole every inch on the angle iron that we added. It doesn't match the holes that go down where the hat channel, where the previously installed, the original hat channel. But I didn't care. I wanted extra. I was a little less concerned about the aesthetics of all of a sudden there being, you know, 1 every 6 inches to 1 every inch. I wanted more in it so it'd be stronger. Here's my lovely, yes, my better half, my brainiac, my nerd. Yo, there she goes. She's getting her wiggle on. She wears headphones while she's doing this. So every once in a while you see her start. Yeah, there she goes. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Folks, do not do this at home.
Gotta get another wiggle. Oh, no, 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 no wiggle. Where's the wiggle? Oh, no wiggle. Okay.
Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Cha-cha now, y'all. Now it's time to get funky.
Important safety tip: when welding, wear proper shoes, or you too will be doing the cha-cha slide.
Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle.
Would you just talk about what I'm doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I like watching you wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay. We also had some holes that were drilled in the hat channel that were there from wiggle, wiggle previously. Yeah. And I also added a few holes. Basically, the square tubing that's in there is pushed up against the wall of the hat channel. Okay, and then we drill a hole just through the hat channel so that it goes up to but does not go into the square tubing. And then we weld inside that hole. Sorry. And you weld inside the hole that you drilled in the hat channel, but not in the square tubing. It adds another securing point. Wiggle, wiggle.
And don't forget, I also welded the ends and the heads of the bolts.
Yeah, yep, the bolts also. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, we also used a product, and basically it's a primer / rust converter all at the same time kind of thing, because some of the stuff that was already up there had got a little wet. And here Alora Nerd is learning how to do the pilot holes for the angle iron that we're putting up, 1 every inch. Yep. Remember, everybody does everything. We all taking turns. Yep, that's an oil can. Got those off Amazon. They're like, I don't know, $2, maybe $3 at best. Took a couple days for it to show up. And it's just something to help. It helps save the drill bits. You know, these drill bits are like $5-6 a pop. We were starting to go through them a lot. And the oil, it just helps prevent them from burning out. So, if you got the money, do it. Now here we are prepping the surface. She's using mineral spirits, just a clean rag. You can buy a bundle of those at the hardware stores, and just wiping all that down. We had already done the grinding on this. I don't know if we showed that or not, but to get all the glue and all the adhesives off. So now we're just cleaning it because we'll be putting some butyl tape up there later. So my girls is doing the cleaning thing. That can sitting next to me. We didn't use it on this surface. I used it on a couple other things that had some heavy grease. That's actually carburetor cleaner. So that's not something that it's one, it's flammable, and another it's real heavy duty.
Wait, hold up. You're going to climb up these?
I'm stand that ladder up.
I was like, no. We're not climbing. This is not a jungle gym.
There's a ladder over there. We'll grab the ladder.
There's a ladder.
I'll put it right here where I'm standing.
Okay.
And then,
So you're going to hand it to us. We're going to
steady it.
Right. And then you guys are going to climb up, and then we're going to...
One of you's going to stay in there, the other's going to come around the ladder. And that person is going to be over here manning this. And then this sits on top of that. On top of that. This is the 2x4s that are there. And that will push it up.
Oh, like a levee.
A lever.
Levee. Same difference. No,
They're
levee
exactly
is water.
different, but completely different.
Same lever.
100% the same, just completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody will be manning this. So whoever comes over to the ladder is just going to get here and do that. And then the person on the inside needs to have those bolts ready with wing nuts. So wing nuts will come out here. And we're going to put one in the beginning, just to get one in. Okay, right in the middle.
And we have already got holes drilled?
No, they got to be drilled in.
Yeah. I mean,
We're
just
going to drill from
a
this
quick
side.
hole.
Well, we're going to drill from this side
Right, okay.
because the holes are on this side.
Yeah. You drill a quick hole, put that one bolt in to take the,
All right.
Just to get straight on.
Inside or outside? Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. What side do you want?
It's rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. That didn't play it right.
I know. She was just like real quick.
Think
How
of
do
a
you
number
stop?
between 1 and 3. The first one you guess it gets it.
What? 2. I can't do it now.
So I guess you can't do Spock.
I,
Okay, Mom, you're going to stay inside while you're going to come to the ladder.
All right. To the ladder. Orders have been given.
Since we couldn't decide, I'm helping you decide.
We're girls.
Okay.
What do you want for food? Okay.
Okay, so stay there. But let me give you the butyl tape. And what I want you to do is... Where'd it go? Well, I get the other stuff.
Is you're going to take this, right?
Oh, that stuff.
This is butyl tape. It's actually called tacky tape is what the company called it. This is Polymer Sealants North America. It's basically kind of an adhesive sealing, it's gooey. It's like putty, but it's in a tape version. We're going to put that between, like a lot of people using the caulking. We're going to use a little caulking up on top because it's hard to get this in there. But then we're going to run this down the sides. So, we'll see. Okay, so. Yeah, the butyl tape installation, turns out putting it up right now was a bad idea. We ended up having to scrape all of that off. What we did do finally to use it, because I do like it, is we put this sealant, the caulking, up along the top, we get the top attached, and then then we push out the sheet metal later on, then put it underneath it. We put the butyl tape up after we drilled the holes, because if you try to do this, drill these holes with the butyl tape in, it's a nightmare. So if you're gonna have to, don't drill through butyl tape unless you just want to play with some taffy. So, but I do like butyl tape. We're gonna keep using it.
Do it. Go, Mel. Go, Mel. You got this. You've been dreaming of it. You've been doodling it. Overthinking it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely have been doing it, Leonard. Yeah, here we are. We're going to put it up there, and we're going to put one bolt in. These are 1/4-inch bolts, and we're using the wing nuts just to get holding it in place. Okay, and then we'll bring it down and put the caulking material in through the top. But right now we got to get it up there and get it set. Now the lever method here, I've seen a lot of people doing a lot of cool different ways to do this, but we decided that we're just going to use just a little bit of leverage, and just wiggle it around till we get it all lined up the way we like it. Once we get it lined up, and if you look at the bottom where the sheet metal is, there's a little bump where the rub rail used to be, where we took it down. I'm kind of using that to help me get it straight up and down. If I go along that, keep about the same distance, and as long as we're covering, we get it up high enough to cover that first set of holes at the top, the rivets that we drilled out, so that when we start attaching more rivets, it will be attached to something solid. Then we're good, and that's kind of what we're doing. And here we go. Now, if you remember, we did a lot of cutting to get our roof raised to get it disconnected, probably more than we needed to do. We ain't professionals, so do this at your own risk. But so we're drilling all the pilot holes so we can put rivets in it, and a lot of times we had to kind of hammer down or push really hard to get the metal bent back down. Yeah, over to the left you can see.
Inside view.
Yeah, this is the inside view. So as we're drilling here, from the inside you'll see the drill kind of pop through. And we just went across it doing them all, get all pre-drilled. Now we already did the pilot, the holes for the rivets, but basically what I'm doing here is I'm just double drilling. I'm kind of, I don't know, what do we call that? Wobbling it out? I don't know, wandering out? Wallowing it out to make sure the rivets will fit in it, and then we start popping the rivets in. So. So that's what we got. That's our first 8-foot sheet of metal. See, it's getting some rusty spots on it. That's because we had a lot of rain, and paint just showed up. Hopefully we'll be able to get the paint on it here in a day or two. So we're going to have to sand that down. But there's bolts down here and all the way up this side because we wanted to get it in place, and the next piece of sheet metal is going to go here. And I can't put the rub rail on one of these, so we put bolts instead of rivets. So the bolts are holding it to muscling and wrestling around. Now all these little spots that are kind of, there's like a thing here, we're going to sand or grind down, make it smooth, and then we're going to use some Bondo and all that kind of stuffy, which will be entertaining because I ain't never used that before either. But that's where we're at with this. This is piece 1. We're about to do piece 2 on the other side. Her sister, the first 8-foot length on the other side. Peace.